base don't exist. And now you have created yourself to the very next talking. And why would I want to come back out and deal with this when I can stay in there? And like I said, you got to bring Rich in and try to tap me on the shoulder and be like, yo, on some exception shit, nigga.
But you know what, Dot? What's so amazing is that some
was so mad. The record labels,
yeah. But there are other iterations, like you can see the beginning of it, and we're not going to see the end of it. And like Rich was saying, I mean, for me, music has always been selfish. You know what I'm saying? If the experience is not selfish, then you're lost. If you're doing it strictly for validation and so the world can hear you, then you're always going to be empty-handed anyway. So what Rich said is very important. Is to me, the process of making music is just like the process of making children. And if you you take out the process and you just give me the music, then that's just like somebody handing you your baby. You don't get the joys of making love.
Yes.
And to me, that's the most important part. A lot of people ask Cam, like, yo, why don't you be online? Like, yo, marketing. Yo, like, that comes secondary. Like, yo, Cambada exists while I'm making music and when I'm listening to him. When I'm right now, Cambada, I can't even fathom being that, right? It's way too much energy that goes into it. I have to be way more confident than I am right now. You know, so that experience is a very special experience that I share, you know, and I guess I want to share because of money. You know what I'm saying? Really, like I wanted to affect the world and save the children and all of that stuff. You know, everything that people say at the Grammy speech, what did Young Thug say? Whoop-de-doo. Really, it's because I love doing that shit. Like Rich says, like that, it is the greatest feeling that you can get. Even the process of writing, going in your head, getting those ideas yourself, and then listening back to yourself doing it. And then listening again, because you're like, I want to hear it like how they would. If I wasn't me, how would this sound if it wasn't me?
Yes.
And so to get that grand validation is beautiful. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you're first getting it. You know what I'm saying? Like, but whether you get 10 people to like your music or 10 million, to me, like it should be the same. Like it should be like, yo, like you love making music for you. You love if you're going to making AI music, you're just doing it for money or to lie to people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, come on, brother. Like the process is it. You know,
you gotta bake the cake. You gotta bake the cake, bro. Don't go to the store and get it. Tell me and take the wrap off and put it on the table and be like, oh, you baked that? Yeah, I did. You're lying. So you mentioned making love. That's what music is. Music is making love. And if you can't harness love and know what it, because there's individuals who they can't even fathom what love is. They're just moving through so-called life. And so the trees, the birds, the air, those things that we love because we are a part of, they just can't experience that. And so when it's time to make music, this is my baby. This is my baby. I created this verse or this song or this album, and it will exist when I let it go. And it's for me. If you intend to enjoy it, that is great. So AI wants to interfere with this process. It wants to know what it's like to nut, you know what I mean? Because you have a soul and I have a soul. It can't nut. I don't care how much you nut.
Nut, bro. It can't nut.
What's the point? You know what I mean? And so
it'll never be able to nut, bro.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell ChatGPT that tonight.
Yo,
be like, nigga, you can't never nut like me, nigga.
That's all you need to say. Book closed.
Yeah.
Yo, that's a shirt. That's a shirt. You're gonna make $1 million. AI can't nut.
Oh man.
AI can't nut.
Straight up.
Yeah, that's amazing. Who's the Egyptian? Newt. Who's Newt? That's the speaking of nut, who's Newt? Cam, I know Cam know about who's Newt, y'all. Y'all just made me think. That's the sky goddess, right?
Yeah. Newt,
okay.
yeah, that's the sky goddess. Yeah,
okay,
yep.
yeah, I'm just thinking. Real quick.
The one that go like this, right? She's
Right,
the firmament.
right. The firmament. Yeah. Yo, real quick, I just want to share the story real quick before we move on. Dot, because this is all about music, and you know, you get happy, you get memories. The top moment in my life making music, Dot. We was making Manifest Destiny, me, Cam, and Lux. And Cam was like, he was going through a lot in his personal life at the time. He was moving, all types of stuff. You know, when you got a lot going on in your personal life, it's hard to focus on certain things. So I did the beat for Manifesto, and Lux had did his verse, I think. And Cam was like,
he did like the first 16 or like the first 32 of his verse, first 24.
And Cam just saying, yo, I can't come up with nothing. I don't know. We in the studio, we just letting the beat ride. Yo, I lay down, Dot. I'm in the chair. I usually take a nap in the chair in the studio and just let my subconscious take over, right? That's how I come up with ideas. And I'm in the chair and I'm napping and I hear Cam spitting. I said, what the fuck? Yo, I was like, yo, he went in there. He said, hallelujah, Bada Allah Judah, ayahuasca tutor. I go, father of Muhammad, I'm Kabbalah tutor. Like, he just started saying some shit. And he was like, yo, how that shit go, Cam?
I said, I said, quantum God computer. I could see the past while I watch the future. How do you
Assalamu alaikum. LeBron or Luca. He predicted LeBron with Luca. Then he said, King and Don chicks.
Blow like my cockatoo.
Yo, he just went, and I was like, oh, I never heard nothing like that in my life. And if you go to the comments of Manifesto, they're like, yo, this is one of the greatest songs we ever heard in our life. I think it's at like 400,000 views right now. But everybody's like, yo, why doesn't this have 1 million views? I never heard anything like that verse in my entire life. Like ever. And it's
when I got out the booth, like it was so quiet, like I was like, damn, bro. Like,
yo,
I was like, I just went in there. I was just like, yo, whatever, bro.
To be a witness, Dot. I was a witness. I seen it. That shit was incredible. Imagine seeing Michael Jackson do Thriller. Like, yeah. I never. That's one of my top experiences in lifetime.
Those experiences when I listen to Cam all the time. I don't know how. I stopped trying to figure out how he did that. Let me just appreciate it because it's unearthly, you know, the way these words or syllables are moving together and opening up paradigms. Because remember, words are metaphors, right? You can spit them in metaphors, but what is the metaphor? You know, but there's so many levels based on your level of consciousness will determine which door you go in. You know what I'm saying? To get a whole different experience, right? If you mundane with it, it hits here. If you complex, it still allows you to walk, and that's nothing. And can't do that. AI can't nothing like that. Show me AI bringing up, tell AI to hit you with 32 with the most illest metaphors and double, triple, and quadruple entendres, and see where it gets and where it goes. See, they're not stupid. They still dealing with the 70s and the 50s because that was a little bit more slowed down and try to do what Cam do naturally. It can't be done, and so that's what they're trying to get to, and they can't.
Yeah, but it doesn't know how to emulate pain, or like it doesn't because it's there's too much. For us, the perfection is in the flaw.
It's in the imperfection, right.
Yeah. It is it's not the sound; it's the silence between the sound that gives the sound all of its value. And it's when my voice cracked right there, or when the fact that when we was making the beat to the Dante's Inferno the first time he lost it, they got it back. And all those crazy beats was mistakes. There was mistakes made when Rich made. If that was AI, I would have made it the first way through, and that would have been it. But like, it's the mistakes that make shit dope. You know what I'm saying? That's the shit.
That space which is infinite for us, and so much goes on in that empty space. Side note, and I think when I'm looking at the battle between Goods and
Jay Mills,
see, Goods is used to the spoken word battle rap essence, where there's a lot of empty space that you could fill in, right? Jay Mills is used to rhyming on beats and on records, and he understands that the law of that is a little different. And so he's killing Goods, you know what I mean? Because Goods can't keep up with that pace. But if Goods gets him into a battle space where space itself is never the issue, I think Goods would fare better. That's just my humble opinion. But he's on that beat, and that beat is like this, and he don't know how to manipulate the space in between the beat to make more things happen. He can't win. That's just my opinion.
Yeah. It's I mean, songwriting is a very rapping. People don't understand that there's a lot going on. I mean, it's a multifaceted art form to where I mean, there's rhythm. It's pseudo melodic rap in a sense. It's rhythmic. It's pseudo melodic. I mean, there's tone, there's depth, there's timing.
Yes,
the rhyme sequences. I mean, even the cadence, nuances, ad lib. If you could get down half of them, you're a good rapper. If you could get down 75% of them, you're a great rapper. Nobody has it all. It's almost like you're making a creative player in NBA 2K, and you only get a certain amount of points to create. You can't max, like in the old 2Ks, you could max it all out to 100 and give you the perfect player. But in reality, if you're a super lyricist and you're very wordy, it's a lot harder for you to be rhythmic and you'll never make a lights, camera, action. Like there's a lot of those artists out there that are insane. Like okay, Black Thought don't got a lights, camera, action. He don't got a like whoa. Black Rob like whoa. Black Rob like whoa might destroy my whole catalog, bro.
Yeah.
That's how good that fucking song is. And then it ain't got. And the thing is, like, yeah, I might do things I might have more of a technically expanded skill set, but it don't matter. Like, you need to be on level 2 to make something like that, because if you have any more in your head, you're not gonna be able to do that. So it's like, yo, there's so much nuance in this shit that.
And that's where the AI will never win.
Yeah. I mean, at least not with us. Like, so the people that love hip hop, the people that love this is a certain age range. Like, we have to be serious here, because Frankie met Beverly and Maze and Stevie Wonder, and these people were amazing artists, but these YNs ain't listening to them. They don't give a fuck how great Anita Baker was. And Anita Baker sounds better than everything ever, right? Yeah. D'Angelo is better than everybody ever, right? But it doesn't matter. There will be a time. There's a time, like when you look back and you see that they had their day. When you look at hip hop, you realize how fucking lucky we are. We've been in a bonus round for like 30 years. No other song, bro. The Earth, Wind, and Fire didn't last this long. And Earth, Wind, and Fire, right? Come on, bro. Like, yeah, I'm not dumb, bro. I know I'm not fucking Earth, Wind, and Fire.
No, you got it.
You put that on. Come on, right? I love myself. I love what we do. But Earth, Wind, and Fire, bro, that shit passed.
The greatest.
You can't, like, that shit passed, bro.
Yes.
And it's gonna die with us.
It's gonna die with us. We're the last of an analog generation, basically, who understood the digital potential. And so we're at that crossroad in between. And I guess we chose to be here at this time to help usher in what's coming, but to also hold the codex to what was.
Indeed. No, beautifully said. I want to take just a couple of questions from the people before we get out of here. Real quick, I want to ask y'all, give me some questions in the chat so I could give Dot and Cambada some questions before we get out of here. I want to ask y'all, though, before we get out of here, people consider using AI, like if you use AI, you cheating. But a lot of people considered, and Dot, you were older than me and Cam. A lot of people considered sampling cheating back in the day. Right. So do you think, is there any comparison between what your generation did with sampling and what the generation is doing now in the digital age with AI?
Only in the sense that the sampling, we still had a sense of we knew that we were interfacing with a device, you know what I'm saying? And we were going to make magic out of that device. And because in our DNA was all of those songs anyway that we grew up on, we found a new way. That's what alchemy is, what urban alchemy is. Right. It is using at your disposal whatever is at your disposal, right? So taking two turntables and only playing the 6-second beat so that we can have a consistent instrumental so that we can express ourselves was a part of that urban alchemy. You know what I mean? And so when sampling came about, we didn't create the music, but we didn't have the resources to create music. So what are we supposed to do? You know, we couldn't go out and go chop down a tree and build a drum and start drumming or go get the strings. We had to go look into the archives of what our parents was and redefine the music that they used to listen to in music that was current for us. And so now with this AI, it's to a step higher to the point where you fully immersed in it and you're robbing yourself of the creative process. Now, you open up by playing the video. Now, the girl who signed the $3 million deal, the Monet girl, she is writing those songs, but she has an AI representative singing those songs. How is that different than having a ghost writer? Because she is still writing the songs, this still has intent, it still has a spirituality, it still has her creative force. So I may lean the other way on that one. Sort of like Sia. Sia was one of those artists who never wanted to be seen on camera. She just wanted you to hear the music. And so for all her videos, she had her face covered and this and that. Those who are saying, create these words, give me this, give me that beat, give me the song, cook the whole shit up. That's a lack of creativity. And to me, that's where it differs. Because you still had to learn how to chop a beat up and reverse the ish. My man, Lou Breakbeat Flores, who created the Ultimate Breaks and Beats series, which there would have been no Pete Rock, Large Professor, Premier, and all of them, if he didn't create that volume. It's like 22 volumes of it. He was around when they had the SB12, not the 1200. SB12 only had like 4 to 6 second sampling time, and he used to speed the record up and sample it at amazing speeds, and then go in and slow
it back down
to get now 22. He was doing some amazing stuff by cracking codes. You know what I mean? And so, but that still involved creativity, how to move a drum, a snare. And let's not get into what's the dude who passed away who was the beat genius out of Detroit?
Jay Dilla?
Let's not get into what Jay Dilla was hearing and was manifesting. And so I think it's a little different in that. And I thought we were paying homage to the elders who came before us with the show music was timeless. Now, if I could just say, I can put in a Cambada song and say, well, first of all, you can never do this, but give me something close and let me come out and act like that's me. To me, I'm not with none of that. So the fact that Monet is a poet herself, she has a book of rhymes or poems that she is telling an avatar she created, just go out and sing them for me. I cut a little slack on that, you know.
Okay. All right. Let's get to a couple of questions before we get out of here. Definitely an amazing show. This needed to be a bigger conversation. Lux was supposed to be on here tonight. Y'all know Lux just had that battle, so I know he's running around crazy all over the place right now.
Yeah, you know how it is. Shout out to legend.
Indeed, he did his thing at the battle in London. They was in London. Yeah. All right, let's get to this question. Has AI hit a wall with music since it can't express the experience of being in love or broken heart or busting a nut via playing real instruments? Thank you.
Has AI hit a wall? Not yet. Not yet. The fact that the labels have just signed on and agreed to it, they're going to be looking at all avenues to use it to wipe out humanity, so to speak. And if we don't have a creative voice, What else do we have? We don't have riches. We don't have any of that stuff. We have creativity. And that's a superpower. And if you take that away from us, that puts us on a level playing field with a goddamn robot. What's the difference between me and a robot? And you can have the robot go in the booth fit 16, even though it's void of love and all of those things. And so I think we are, like we said, in the beginning stages of what is to come. I feel as we move into fifth dimension and will naturally have the ability to manifest what we want at a faster rate. That's all that means. Because right now, Rich, if you want a brand new car, you can put the energy out, hold the thought long enough to get it, but it may not happen overnight, right? Because you got to focus your energy, you got to lock in, but it will be yours because it's supposed to be. Imagine in the fifth dimension where these things are happening more freely and at a rapid rate, but you have given up, sort of like signing an agreement on your iPhone. Do you agree to give up your ability to do the shit on your own? Yes. And now artificial intelligence has kicked in and it will do it for you, but you own nothing. That's the guy from the World Health Organization. I forget his name. He said, you will own nothing and you will love it.
Yeah, so I don't think it's at its limit, at its wall. I think we're witnessing a birth. I think it's at its born process because we're witnessing, you know, it's a commodity. It's essentially a product that will primarily be used for like licensing, like the things to where you know, movie soundtracks, music that you see in commercials, especially like until the visuals, until we're in that augmented virtual reality to where those singers, quote unquote, are indiscernible from real people. Also with the labels capturing people's imagery like Michael Jackson, Tupac. They're going to do it with all the new artists now, so they're going to be keeping them alive through that. But this is creating like a grand paradox essentially because humans need to be here to experience music. We can't be in a world where there's just like robots and AI listening to music because, like you said earlier, music cannot feel the joy of making music. AI needs humans here, or its existence is redundant. It needs something living to validate it until it's living. Even with music, it needs somebody there to listen to it and enjoy it and either boo it or clap for it. Or if you can make somebody cry, like if your music can I guess extract that real emotion, that's why you would do it. Other than that, like music is not necessary for. I mean, yes, you have the sounds of nature, but there was a time where humans didn't have a music industry. And like, like maybe like Saturday night after we kill the big fucking oxen, we might get around the fire and bang some drums together and sing some songs, but we weren't selling it. You know what I'm saying? Like it was something to be enjoyed in that moment. So the music as a commodity is strictly for like licensing and people who are fans of your music and want to listen and play your music. So if there is an AI artist that is so fucking good, everybody needs to listen to it, which I doubt, because we've heard the best singers, right? And so AI can only sing that well because it copied the best singers,
right?
So it's a paradox. It is gonna get to a point of redundance to where the humans that are alive during that time don't really give a fuck about the music that they're listening to. Like we have a personal experience with it. Like we feel those emotions of love and I heard this song at my prom. This is the song I listened to when we first met. Remember when we was fighting, we listened? Like we have that now, right? But in 50 years, when people's lives are basically all on the internet, all they're gonna need is that little fucking Roblox tune that's playing in the background. Like, so yeah, it will reach a level soon, but as long as we're alive, there will be a market for people to get real music.
I love it.
Yeah. I think AI is gonna bring in the era that we've been waiting for our whole lives. I think this shit won't last long. It's it's cool. It is what it is. People gonna do what they do, but like I said, it ain't for me the way that a lot of them are doing it. But I do think that
Rich, let me
yeah.
AI in general, not just with the music, as long as you don't lose who you are, your essence, you should be able, as God, to command
that is true.
Computer that I know is a computer to do something for me to make my job easier. That's all I'm saying.
Right,
You are just don't lose the eye of you.
Right.
It, because then you're serving it and it's not serving you. So as long as you continue to have it serve you and manifest things for you, we're good. We are the last generation who will maybe be able to differentiate that.
Beautiful.
And so we have a great responsibility that the young people know Santa Claus is not real. You know what I'm saying?
Even like that movie, The Giver.
Right, fun with it. It's not real. When you start believing that it's real, ball game over. That's all.
We're gonna do 2 more questions with that. With that being said, Dot, I want to go to this question here from Elmira. She says, do we need the image of an artist, their picture, for the music to be real? Do we need to see them? I like that one.
No. In the 40s and 50s, there were no videos.
I thought you was gonna say yeah, Dad. Okay, that's a good point.
you heard the music. You felt the spirit. You didn't need to. As a matter of fact, I forget one of them black artists that they thought was white, and then when they saw him live, their mouths hit the floor. And so Lyman, I think it was. I forget his name. And
Frankie Lyman.
Yes, there was a point.
Why do girls think so gay?
That motherfucker, yeah.
Yes. And so there was a point when there was no image. Now, I spoke about in Hip Hop Decoded, shameless plug, is that when even the videos that did come out, the beginning ones were very, very linear. The person just stood there and they sang the song. Michael Jackson came in and gave you a cinematic movie with Thriller that changed everything. You know what I mean? And so the image is not needed, but we are so programmed now that we need to associate with the character, the visual character of that person, as opposed to just listening to the music.
That's it. That's what it is. In a sense, it hurts the musician. It hurts the songwriter, because it forces you to have to look presentable. You know what I'm saying? Like it forces you to, and also there's an aspect of in-person performance, the exhibit of your art. And then in music videos, it requires you to act. It requires you to.
Yeah.
So you're talking about different. You're implementing different art forms into your music that ultimately require you to be a more dynamic artist. So where if you're just a songwriter with a beautiful voice, that's why there's so many songwriters that don't get seen, because they don't want to be like, I'm somebody like, I was trained as an actor, but when it comes to my music and like getting in front of a camera and like waving my arms around and like, yo, like all of this. And,
right.
I always saw being a rapper as hyper cringy to me inside. Like it felt like I was putting on a voice. It felt like, yeah, you know how I do. Yeah, yo. I'm in the house, yo. Yo, everybody, yo, my peace people. It's like, yo, you're putting on a persona. Like it forces you to do these uncomfortable. It's like taking a picture. Like, yo, let's take a picture.
Right.
It's like it's very unnatural, yo. It really is. Like I struggle with it myself. Like the process of making music, I don't have to see myself. You know what I'm saying? Like I see everybody else more than I see me. Like,
yes.
And that's why music is so powerful, because it is a vicarious experience. That's why it's the most powerful form of art there is.
Yes.
Visual art already completes your that's what it is. A movie, you see it and hear it for what it is. A song is played in your head the same way your internal voice is. So it's you're hearing the voice as if it's you. So when I'm listening to Biggie, it's like my internal voice. I create the imagery in my head. The song, you're supposed to be able to listen to the song and get the imagery in your head. It's not. It's supposed. It's kind of like reading a book. The difference between a book and a movie is when you read the book, your mind is forced to create the internal imagery. To where if you see the music video like that I always like, yo, I need $1 billion budget to create my music videos, because other than that, I'm just gonna be in front of the camera, because this is not what I see in my. It's impossible. Like, let's not even do it. Like Michael Jackson could, obviously, he had Disney World budget, but I mean, like, I think that changed it. It really helped it in some ways, but it fucked it up. It's like when they I heard Missy was on a Raven Simone song, but because of the way Missy looked, they put some like pretty light-skinned girl in there instead, right. And like that. It's good, it's wonderful, but it's a different kind of art. Pictures and videos is different than music.
Point blank. And the way I write is different than the way I speak or you see me. And so whenever I need to, I can write like a lawyer. And I've written letters that have scared the Board of Education. They don't know what I look like, but these words, they resonate within a specific frequency that says this. And so, as you said, the video shut down the imagination. It said, here's my song. This is what it's about. As opposed to before that, you were enabled to have your own vision and paint your own pictures of what the song, and the song was unique to every individual. Every individual who heard a song had a unique experience, but when the video came out, it gave us all one vicarious experience. And that's where we get into sorcery, because once the images are fixed, and I got 1 million people fixed on the image of what it is I want to manifest, you began to bring into reality the images I put in front of you. And that's why on World Star, in the first 3 videos, Rick Ross ain't owned none of that shit. By the 4th, 5th, and 6th, he owned it all, because the visuals were fixed in place, and your energy together sped up the velocity of time and space and brought it into his existence. And that's when we can save that for another day.
Wow. Damn, what a show, what a show, what a show. Let's this is fire. All right, let me ask y'all this about the use of AI in our music. Somebody wants to know, Sincere wants to know, what are your thoughts on DOC or Beanie Siegel using AI to create their old sound?
I appreciate it personally because it enables him. We already have a great sample of his voice and who he is or who they are. If this that's like asking me if I ain't got no legs, if you can give me some legs and I can walk. You're damn right. Give me them legs so I can walk around here. Because they're not going to use another voice, and you know their pen game is crazy. So we're good on that, right? I just completed my audio book, right? For You Gotta Laugh to Keep From Crying. Let me plug, right? And I used AI to sample my voice for like 45 minutes. I just was reading. It picked up my cadence, my breathing, my style. Then I fed the book into it, and it gave me out an audio book, which is about 90% me. Now, I still had to go in and clean certain things up. Like, for instance, we spell phone Phone. It doesn't have the ability to disseminate from that. So it was saying Pahone. So I had to go in and spell it Phone, so that it phonetically understood where I was coming from. And when I completed it and listened to the whole thing, I was satisfied. Because it's my voice that I didn't have the time and space to sit there and read every chapter. As a matter of fact, well, we'll talk about that when I do a few shameless plugs before I get off.
Yeah. I was gonna say that it is acting as like a prosthetic vocal box. Like
yes.
If like you look at Beanie Siegel as like a wounded war vet or something like that, this is literally his prosthetic leg he's putting on, except it's in his throat. So I mean, it's his voice, it's his music. If he decides to do it, yes, go ahead. Would I do it? I don't know what I would do in his situation, especially when you're talking money. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's be real. Money can make a man do crazy things. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, like it makes sense. He's sampling himself, so you really can't say anything about it. I will say though, this brings into a matter of discussion. You know, when you go to the supermarket and you see food that is non-GMO or natural or farm raised, there is usually an insignia. So will this bring in that you have to have an official insignia on your album to so it could, like, literally it would say this is a non-AI product. So that way, like right. Literally, you know, prior to buying it, okay, this is non-GMO chicken. Like it should be like, okay, part of like law, like legally, you have to tell the listener that AI was used in the creation of this album. So that way we could fucking separate the fucking boys from the men. If I lose half my voice, you're just gonna get a raspy ass Cambada, bro. That's it, bro.
So when I did the audio book, I had to put narrated by the author with AI assistance. That's what I had to put that on there so that you know, as the listener, okay, this is Dot, but it ain't Dot, but it is Dot, right? So it's GMO shit, you know. And it took me so long to do it that I said, I'm not going to do it again. For the next books, I'm just going to read them, you know, to get the full essence, because AI couldn't express, yo, my mom's fell down a flight of stairs. You got to raise your voice on that one a little bit. So it was a little linear, but it was good for the first shot at it. But I'm always going to be, I told wifey, I'm just going to have to find a quiet space in the closet with my mic and my iPad and read it myself, because I know when I need to heighten this. I know when I need to be melodramatic with this, and AI can't possibly know.
It's gonna mean more to you too. When you wipe that sweat from you, and you like, God damn, you get that, you're like, yo, I just took 5 years off my life doing that. You're gonna be like, when you listen to that motherfucker back, you're gonna be like, yo, God damn, I just got through that. You know?
Absolutely. So that's a great point. Yep.
Dot, what you want to share with the family, man? I know you got a lot going on. Let me know what's going on with Urban X, my brother.
I am. My book comes out. Gotta Laugh to Keep from Crying. I didn't start living until I thought I was dying on November 25th. That's wifey's birthday, right? On the back, it's a QR code. There's 9 QR codes inside of this book that, as you're reading along, you can scan the QR code and it'll either play music related to it or show you an event that was related to it. Not a lot of books are doing that.
That's crazy.
As you can see,
like a pop-up. That's like a virtual pop-up book.
Yes.
Damn.
I got on this iconic joint. You know what I'm saying? Because everything I do in 2026 will be iconic. If you go to shopurbanx.com and you put in the code RICH25, you're gonna get 25% off everything in the store. That's how I do when I come on Rich's show. I'm doing a 60-day challenge right now. So out of my book, I have a hero's journal, which is 60-day affirmation challenge that's on YouTube right now, where we really delve deep into what it is we experience on the hero's journey. So there's ups, there's downs, there's triumphs. There's so much going on. And my book became the roadmap for this particular piece. And even though we're at day 18 now, because the YouTube videos are up, you can purchase this journal at Shop Urban X and you can follow along. And so that's what I have going on now. Where is that other thing? Okay, well, I don't have that. But that's what's going on right now. ShopUrbanX.com, Rich25 at the checkout is the code. Get some of this iconic, mama, hand me that right there with the glitter on it right there. One more thing, Rich.
Show that sweat again. I had the words on the screen, so I'm sorry. I didn't even realize it. Yeah, that's fire. That's super fire.
Iconic. And I have something for the ladies. You know what I'm saying? They can get that, you know what I'm saying, that bling, because it's iconic time for us now. You know what I'm saying? And we're going to take this thing to a whole nother level. So that's what Doc has going on.
Fire. Cam, what you got going on? Let the people know they want to hear from you, my brother.
Oh
They
yeah, man. I know they've been wondering, man. I'm the shadow walker, man. I'm to prepare. The longer you don't see me, the harder it's gonna be when it comes back. Pause. Yeah, I've been working this whole time, and I've been preparing for some things, and
excellent.
It's all gonna come for within the next 60 days. There will be signs of what's to come, and we are in the Revelation chapters, folks. We are in the times of the four horsemen, and I think it's about time. And I've been sandbagging. It's to me to the exit for me to step away from the world like that was very necessary, and a lot of artists can't do it. A lot of artists can't refuse it. It feels like you're killing. It feels like not marketing your music, not going on there, not making your face seen, not doing this. In these days, for artists, imagine doing that. Imagine it. It is like the most pressure, right? But I just been really absorbing fatherhood, man. Every moment that I can.
Love it.
Music will always be there. But my kids ain't always gonna be little babies and stuff like that, man. And I remember how it is. Once you turn a teenager, you ain't home no more.
Tell me.
But at nighttime, Bruce Wayne turns to Batman.
Yeah.
And it's gonna happen soon. And you guys hear my voice. I'm always on the verge of crying. I'm a different kind of person right now, man. I'm a very edgy fucking person right now, man. I am just an emotionally, but what that does to music, and it's about to happen, guys. So Cambada, you know where to get me. I don't say follow me. I say, if you want it, you know where to find it. Thank you, Rich. Thank you, Dot, man, for everything, for always and evermore. Thank you, guys. And thank you for the fans, Thank you for your patience. Thank you for your love, the support. I'm always just in love, man. Thank you so much for everything, but it's about to go down soon.
Salute.
Cambada just built up that anticipation, man.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus Christ. Dot, I gotta ask you, do you smoke cigars?
No, I don't.
Okay, all right. I got some absolutely amazing 100% tobacco, straight from Honduras. That it's one of the greatest things I've ever experienced in terms of because I'm not a pothead or nothing like that. I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But
I'm open. I got one on my altar.
Okay.
I am open for it. And Rich, I just want to say this, Rich.
Yeah.
I don't want to start no beef with you or nothing, but
what I did.
I'm not sure you respect my pen game as my bars. Something, man. I can dig in deep. Man. I see you putting other people on this, that, featuring this one and that one, and I'm like, I'm the OG. I'm from Cedar Park, man. I'm gonna bring energy from somewhere. So all I need is you to challenge me. Send me the track. And
remember, I tried to get you on the last project.
I know, but timing was a little off.
Right.
I appreciate that, but you was getting me on some spoken word shit, which is cool because I do that too.
You want a verse? You want a verse?
I gotta get a verse with Cam. I gotta come into, even though he did something for me, what I'm saying, which was super dope.
I sent you some joints, Dad. I sent you 2 joints, bro.
But I didn't need you to say that because he don't know that.
Okay.
Trying to get in his, you know what I mean? And so just consider Black Dot may have a verse in there somewhere. That's all. And we good.
Got you. You put it out in the ether, so I got you now, Dot.
I got you, Dot. I'm gonna make sure we make this happen, bro. And I heard what you did on that, Dot. I didn't get to hit you back. I heard what you did on the joint. He went crazy. I was thinking, that's what I was thinking. Like I was gonna write back. I was like, if this was rapped, it would be even crazier. Like I could hear when you do spoken word, it sounds like you're trying not to rap. You're doing like because you got the bar, it's all barred up, it's all
barred up.
Like, yo, this is pseudo rap.
Yes.
Indeed. Fire, man. Well, listen, I definitely enjoyed tonight's show. Had an amazing time, amazing conversation with y'all too, man. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. I will be back Thursday. I won't be on tomorrow. I'll be back Thursday with I think Brother Yosef. So Brother Yosef hasn't been on in a while. So tune into that Thursday night 9 with Brother Yosef. Other than that, everybody have a good night. God, thank you, my brother. Bada, thank you, my brother.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, peace, y'all.
Peace.
All right, remember, family, Thursday night. All right, Thursday night, I will be live with Brother Yosef, okay? Other than that, I think I'm about to get out. Let me see what y'all talking about in the chat. Oh, that was a great show. That was a great show. Oh, and just if anybody just share the link before I get out here. If anybody's wants to send a donation for the cigars, let me share the link for y'all. I usually share it at the end of the show. Yeah, that hoodie Dot had on was fire though. I like that a lot. He sent me one, and that was fire. The iconic. I like the iconic joint. But yeah, if you I was telling Dot about the cigars. That's a donation link. You could hit that up and get blessed with gifted with a cigar. But other than that, there was something else I want to run by y'all because I was in New York. I'm looking around. I think I have something on my desk. Well, I'll tell you on Thursday when I come back. It was a book, I think. I think there was another book I want to show y'all. I'm always coming across these good books. I don't see it now. I'll have it. I'll have it by Thursday. Somebody said, Brother Rich, how can we connect musically? I don't even know, man. You could just email me, richardmerritt@yahoo. And I usually connect in person musically. It's kind of hard to connect with me musically for unless we're in the studio. I prefer just to work in the studio. So yeah, you could just email me though, and I'll take a listen to some of your music. A lot of y'all send me good music, sometimes time it just isn't right, but I do listen to some of the music that y'all send me. So a lot of y'all send me music. Keep up the good job, all of y'all, with the music. But yeah, I would just say just email me. All right. I'll drop it in the chat. I'll do it, y'all. Let me drop the email in the chat. richardmerritt@yahoo.com. Yeah, you can just email me there at richardmerritt@yahoo.com. All right. Somebody said, was Travidian the book you were trying to think of last time? No, I do have that book though. Matter of fact, I got that book. I got this book right next to me, but it was another book. It was another book, but I do have this book. This is a good one too. I always keep that because I'm always browsing through that. But it wasn't that one. I'll have it during the show with the AI masterclass. I'm gonna make an announcement for anybody who wants to buy the replay. It was epic, man. It was super epic. I'll probably have the announcement either tomorrow, probably tomorrow, for those who want to purchase. For those who want to purchase the replay, but it was truly epic. Shout out to everybody, Original Black God, Red Pill 7 Bomar, everybody who participated. This is a big question when we get into going into radionics. 2026 is going to be the year of radionics. 2026, that's one of the things that I'm gonna focus on heavily. Might not be on like I told you, I'm developing a couple of apps. That's a conversation that I want to have off social media, off. I want to get away from the noise of social media. So I talk to y'all about that. And when I have an update, I will let y'all know that. I will definitely let y'all know about that. But that's going to be a big for 2026, family. It's going to be huge for 2026. So I say, yo, Rich, would you ever make a track? So absolutely, yeah. Brother's extremely talented. Yeah, he's extremely talented. Oh, what we got here? But yeah, shout to Absol. Shout out to Kendrick. That whole team over there. TDE. SZA. You know, they all make great music. You know what I'm saying? But I appreciate y'all for tuning in as always. You know what I'm saying? I will see y'all Thursday night at 9 o'clock.